Good evening, dear friend. Tonight, I invite you to leave behind the noise of the day and step into a quieter world. Take a slow, gentle breath in and let it out just as slowly. There is nothing you need to finish tonight, nothing waiting for your attention. For the next few peaceful minutes, the world can wait. Imagine yourself walking along a narrow cobblestone street in a small New England town. A light rain has been falling for hours, leaving the old streets glossy beneath the soft glow of vintage lamps. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the comforting scent of rain, cedarwood, and the distant ocean. Most of the town has already fallen asleep. The cafes are dark. The little bakery closed hours ago. Even the harbor seems to be resting beneath a blanket of gentle mist. Only your footsteps echo softly against the wet stones. As you continue walking, a warm golden light catches your eye. It spills gently through the windows of a small wooden bookshop standing quietly on the corner of the street. A hand-painted sign swings slowly above the entrance. It reads, "The little bookshop that stayed open after midnight." Curious, you step closer. The old wooden door opens with the gentlest chime. Instead of cold night air, you are welcomed by comforting warmth. A crackling fireplace glows peacefully in the corner. Its gentle flames dance across polished wooden floors. Tall bookshelves stretch from floor to ceiling, filled with books of every size and color. Some look almost new. Others seem to have been loved for generations. The comforting scent of old paper mixes with cedarwood and freshly brewed chamomile tea. For a moment, you simply stand still. The room feels different from anywhere you've ever been. It is not only quiet, it feels safe. Behind an old oak counter stands an elderly gentleman. His silver hair catches the warm firelight. He wears a simple brown sweater and round glasses. His smile is calm and welcoming. Without asking your name, he simply says, "Good evening, I'm glad you found us." His voice is soft enough to blend with the sound of the rain outside. You smile without even realizing it. He pours a cup of warm tea into a small ceramic mug and gently places it on the counter. "There is no charge," he says kindly. "Everyone who visits after midnight deserves a warm cup of tea." You wrap your hands around the mug. The gentle warmth slowly spreads through your fingers. Outside, rain continues to tap softly against the windows. Inside, the fireplace quietly crackles. The bookshop feels almost timeless. There are no clocks on the walls, no ringing phones, no hurried conversations, only stillness. The old bookseller begins walking slowly between the shelves. You follow at an easy pace. He runs his fingertips lightly across the spines of the books, almost as though greeting old friends. Finally, he stops before a small shelf tucked beside the fireplace. Unlike the others, these books have no titles printed on their covers. Their bindings are made of soft linen, worn smooth with age. The bookseller smiles gently. "These are special," he whispers. "They are never written by famous authors." You look at him with quiet curiosity. He continues, "Every book on this shelf holds a peaceful memory that someone wished would never be forgotten." You carefully lift one from the shelf. It feels surprisingly warm in your hands. When you open the first page, there are no printed words. Instead, the room around you seems to grow even quieter. The rain outside becomes softer. The fire glows a little brighter. You begin to hear distant waves rolling gently onto a quiet shore. It feels less like reading and more like remembering. The bookseller notices the peaceful expression on your face. He nods with a knowing smile. "Sometimes," he says, "the most comforting stories are the ones we already carry inside us." You close the book carefully. For a long moment, neither of you speaks. Silence fills the room, but it never feels empty. It feels warm, gentle, comforting. You settle into a deep leather chair beside the fireplace. The tea is still warm. The rain continues its quiet rhythm upon the windows. Somewhere between the sound of turning pages, the crackling fire, and the peaceful breathing of the old bookshop, the busy world begins to fade. Your shoulders grow lighter. Your breathing becomes slower. Your thoughts drift gently, like autumn leaves floating across a quiet river. Outside, midnight quietly slips toward morning. Inside the little bookshop, nothing asks anything of you. There is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing left to prove. Only warmth. Only peace. Only this quiet little place, hidden from the hurried world, where every visitor is welcomed with kindness. Every story waits patiently to be discovered, and every gentle moment reminds you that rest is one of life's greatest gifts. And as the fire softly glows, as the rain whispers beyond the windows, as the scent of old books surrounds you, you close your eyes, knowing that this little bookshop will always be here, waiting for you whenever you need a peaceful place to return. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well,